we've also heard,
Mm-hmm.
if Ryan Garcia wins this,
Mm-hmm.
he would be mandated to fight Jaron Boots Ennis
Mm-hmm.
to hold this title. But obviously,
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost, if Devin Haney wins, then I'm sure that's probably the number one fight up next. And then if he doesn't, maybe Boots. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
That's exactly what's going to happen. First is Devin next in line, for providing Ryan wins and Devin Haney wins. They're next in line, and if not, Ryan's going straight to boot Ennis. You know,
Wow.
and, and that's already been out there. So, Ryan's the type, he doesn't turn back. Although Teofimo mentioned Ryan as well. So you got a lot of options here. All around, even Barbosa, even um, uh, uh, Barrios,
Ramirez.
Barrios, Barrios.
Oh,
That,
Barrios is
yeah,
he's on the table as well.
yeah, he's on the table. So you
Yeah,
have
when
all
it
these
comes to
people.
Ryan, everyone's on the table because of the catch.
Exactly, exactly. Bingo, bingo. Uh, Speaking of Devin, um, Devin's been very quiet. The one that's a loudmouth is his dad. Which I personally think that um, he's still traumatized. It's just
Mm.
the whole scene, the whole team, the whole camp is traumatized still. Even their fans. Of what Ryan has done to him. Forget about the other stuff, but he still nitpicks at things. Just recently he made a interview as to why his son got clipped with that left hook. I mean, to me that's ridiculous. Because bro, Ryan's hit a lot of people with hooks. So what's their excuse? He's just trying to save himself still. He still can't get over this whipping because they had his son on a high horse. And what Ryan did to him, while Ryan wasn't even nearly over 50%, not even close. And what he did to to Devin, it just traumatized him. And they're to this day, I'm almost, well, not almost, I'm certain that they're still traumatized over that. And Ryan meets him in October. It's going to be career ending for Haney. Now that I can assure you.
Mm.
That I can assure you.
Tell me,
Because Ryan is very upset. And I've always told people that don't upset Ryan. That's the worst thing you could do. Meet him in the center ring or upset him. Don't do that because he will have that in him and he'll shut you down completely.
S- Speaking of Bill Haney,
Yes.
in some interviews of Ryan saying that he really wants to beat Bill. Like he mentions it in the interview saying that I want to beat him up because of his dad. Um,
Yeah.
what do you where do you feel like that stems from the most?
From the father. The father is annoying. The father is a lunatic. He's an
Are they
idiot.
saying anything in the press con? Are they saying
Yeah,
anything in the?
he
Share
said
with us.
something. Oh, he said, "Hey, Ryan, you look slim. It seems like you're not on something. It's like he throws jabs still,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's how I know it's like, bro, this still bothering you. He's gonna make up so many excuses as to why his son, you know, is should be known as pound for pound. And today they called him, I think, pound per pound number 8 or 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. He's not even a 9. You're gonna Somebody hits him solid, he's gonna go down again. He doesn't have a chin. So all this nonsense that his father did with the reach, like the bow and arrow crap,
Overextending the jab.
bro, come on. The bottom line is that his son cannot take a solid punch. He's a weakling, and it's sad that he doesn't allow his son to speak as a man. If do I go after Devin? Never. I would never even. I mean, if he tells me something, of course I'll tell him something. But we don't go that way. But why does Bill always want to come after Ryan? Next time I'm gonna fucking go after this motherfucker. Because he's a fucking annoying son of a bitch.
Mm.
He's annoying because he's a grown man. Let your son fight my son because my son's gonna give his son an ass whipping worse. Even that's what Ryan told him, bro. After he said something like that, he said, "Your son is gonna get his ass kicked even worse." So you can quote Ryan and me on that.
Mm.
That he is gonna kick his ass even worse. So he's gonna eat his own words, bro.
What did Bill say?
Bill didn't say shit. He was like, "Wow." I'm gonna say, you know what? It's gonna be career ending. I told him that it's gonna be career. I know it is. I know it is because Ryan's mission will not will not be to beat him. Will knock him out, put him to sleep. And as long as that bullshit referee Harvey Dock isn't there, he's finished, bro. His career is gonna be done. I can't wait. But hey,
He said,
you know,
he said, I can't wait.
can't wait, brother.
Henry said, I
I
can't
cannot
wait.
wait, brother. We cannot wait. But I definitely can't wait because I know my son. I mean, just like he knows his son, which he's always tries to cover up for him. Always fucking gives him all these fucking excuses, bro. It's like, enough, brother. You got your ass kicked. Okay. You're lucky they turned it over, the L. And for them to say undisputed and all that bullshit, they booed him, bro. If you're really a fucking champion, you wouldn't get booed, correct?
Mm.
My son has more fucking popularity than he does. My son does knock you out, bro. So all this bullshit about Austrian is all bullshit, bro. His shit was contaminated. He didn't know. And you're fucking using that to your leverage. And now you're calling a bow and arrow shit. It's like, bro, except your son got his ass kicked and it's gonna get worse. But first comes Ramirez, right? And my understanding is Ramirez is, according to Robert Garcia, he's he's gonna he's gonna test his chin. Trust me, he's gonna test his chin. I can't wait on that either. I'm gonna see how that acts out, bro. You
So
know.
do you feel like that the trauma
Mhm.
that you say that the Haneys are dealing with, do you feel like it stems from, Ryan basically drinking, smoking, and not necessarily taking that first fight so serious? So
Mhm.
now they know that coming into this rematch, it's a guarantee that he's gonna take it serious, and now we're gonna have 100% Ryan. So now, do you feel like they might talk themselves out of a fight?
I believe they will. They're gonna try. They're gonna come up with some shit. Because again, Ryan beat him below 50%. I would say 30%. Be honest, I'm his dad. And I'm not gonna lie. You know, um, and how easily he dropped them. So now that Ryan is the way he is, whew, shit, it's scary, brother. Scary, and I don't know. I just know that if they dare to fight Ryan in October, providing he wins, it's gonna be career ending. I know that for a fact because Ryan's gonna just crack him.
What about some of the mistakes that you guys have to take as far as dropping him 3 times and not stopping him, Henry? What did you see on that? Like, what do you
Mhm.
see? Do you see that you guys could have been able to do something different in that fight to get Haney out of there the next time around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
getting rid of that referee. That
Mm.
referee saved his ass completely. If you look at the fight, the referee fucking counted slow, and not only that, he talked to Devin and then Ryan came to fight him. He stopped him, pushed him back. That's another fucking 5-7 seconds. I mean, that is crucial. So the referee was in on it. The referee is a piece of crap. He's corrupted. He's biased. Okay, I know he's biased. I know, and I just can't wait to. That's another thing. I can't wait to run into him. I'm gonna tell him you're a biased son of a bitch. He's gonna
Hmm.
say what? I'm saying you're a biased son of a bitch because you know damn well my son had him beat, and he dropped him 5 times. 5 times. Wasn't a fucking 2 slips. He dropped him. He was fucking coming down from those hits. So he called. He had no choice but to call that shit a slip because you get knocked down too many times, they're gonna call it. So he saved his ass. On top of that, he fucking takes a point off of him because no warning. Tell me, bro, is that bias or what? Come on, it's easy, bro. We're come on, we're professionals here. Act like a professional. Don't be biased. And I know why he is, but it's like, hey, bro, I would never allow that man to referee my son ever. So that's gonna help. Get rid of this referee. Bring in a new one, and they're gonna see.
Tell me, when we were doing our interviews before, I remember I put you on with Shane Mosley to do. Remember, they told me to hit you up to do an interview there.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
Devin is working with Shane Mosley. What's your thoughts on that whole situation? And
I
do you
mean,
feel like he could bring anything to the table to help Devin beat
no,
Ramirez?
no, 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 no. Because I'm telling you, brother, who's in the ring? Just you and the fighter. Yeah, you're gonna give advice. I could have a lot of people come and give us advice. That's awesome, bro. That's good. But who's in there? Who's in there? Ramirez is a warrior. He's a Mexican, and again, from what I understand, what I heard, you know, Robert Garcia has trained him to beat him. Not just train him, but he trained him to beat him. So I'm curious to find out, what they have planned.
What do you think about that fight being at 144 pounds?
I mean, I've it's a catchweight, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, you know what? I mean, it's not a title shot. It's a catchweight, right?
Right.
Yeah. And but you know what's even more interesting? What I noticed is that Ryan took his time off, his suspension, right? Um, Devin did too, right? Okay. What comes to mind is that if you see Haney when they announced the winner and they showed Devin's face, it was swollen bad. I can almost guarantee you his jaw was broken.
Yeah.
Okay, because something like that is no. I mean, what else? It's not a pimple, dude. My son broke his jaw. Okay, I feel he did because they took so much time. They kept it a secret. They weren't going to expose it, and now he's back. So his chin is his jaw is suspect now. So I'm telling you, I can't wait for Ramirez to test him, and if he doesn't do it, I know my son will do it.